Before we get this game underway, just a PSA that we just heard. The umpires are running a bit late for this game. Just told they are around 5 minutes away, so this game expected to start at around 8:45 now, opposed to 8:30. We do apologize for the late start, but once this one gets underway, we will have full broadcast coverage of the game as we settle in. OSF and IVL getting ready in their dugouts. Looking forward to seeing them in around 10 minutes from now. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. With the fireworks of the 4th fired off and into debris, it is time to celebrate this weekend of baseball. We still celebrate the 249th anniversary of our great country with America's pastime. It's game 1 of 2 today, IVL and OSF up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs the point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Good morning from Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University here in University Heights, Ohio, on the east side of Cleveland. This is day 3 of the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series pool play as IVL takes on OSF. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Should be a good game on hand today. Two teams with a lot of top talents from the classes of 2028 and 2029 looking to make an impact here today at what could be their future home, depending on how the next 3 to 4 years go at the high school level. IVL comes in with a chip on their shoulder, a lot of top-tier talents all having their high school seasons end in unfortunate fashions, a lot left to be written still in their careers, and it starts here for IVL. This is one of their last tournaments of the year, 2 more after this one, so no better time than now to win some silverware. Unfortunately for them, their head coach Ventura not here today as he is with his son Mason in Florida as he is off playing some basketball. First pitch is over the plate and fouled away at 8:40, and we are off to the races. This game was delayed initially due to the umpires getting here a few minutes late, but we were just told the official start time listed at 8:38. That gives us until 10:38 to start new innings for those trying to keep track of the time limits if we do end up getting there. We've gotten close on a couple of occasions so far this season, one game getting that far. But the main thing that ends these games early would be the run rule. These teams, I would say, relatively evenly matched. Maybe the 8-run lead after 5, but even that seems like a stretch for these two squads. Game number 2, I would say more likely that we do see it, but game number 1, I think if the time allows, we're going to see all 7 innings, and from there we'll see what happens. Starting catcher for IVL, Torek, a little shaken up after getting that one kind of awkwardly, it looks like off the hand. He's going to walk that one off and does appear to be okay with that. It's something to monitor as this game goes on. Only one sub today for IVL. They do have, I believe, a DH, so that could work in their favor, but they got to keep everybody healthy. Sent foul now, 1-2 the count. On the mound today for IVL Ventura, it is number 6, Trevor Sikora. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on the leadoff hitter, Fiorito of OSF. Ground ball hit up the middle to second base. Picked up, throw to 1 is high, but in time for out number 1. A good defensive start to the game for IVL. Solid put out over at second base. That was Nathan Allen getting the ball over to first base to Reynolds. As the leadoff hitter is retired, that brings in Seamus Millard, the left fielder. Millard, the righty, just finished up his freshman season at Benedictine. And for those unfamiliar, the Benedictine Bengals play their home games here at Schweickert Field. And they had a lot of great games here on this field and a really good campaign as they made it all the way to the regional tournament, bowing out in the finals. 1-0 in there now, 1-1. Benedictine, one of many surprises in this OHSAA season, getting a lot further than many expected them to do. And then same with like a Hudson. A lot of teams with this expanded format taking advantage and making it to regionals. 1-1 sails behind for ball 2. Something to note about this IVL squad, you can call them Padua's B team, if you will. So many Bruins on this squad. A lot of other Northeast Ohio teams represented, but it is mainly Padua, or in the case of Max Lewis, ex-Padua players. And on top of that, it's kind of a retrograde back into Padua of this past season. So many familiar last names, but the first names not correlating with the stars of this past season. 3-1, swing and a miss, now 3-2. For example, it's Reed Cervenka, not Riley, Carter Planch instead of Lucas. Trevor Sikora 1 pitch away from getting out number 2. The payoff. Chopped right side, and it will go foul. To set the IVL defense officially, Sikora on the mound, Torek behind the dish, Reynolds at first, Allen at second, Chase Martin at short, Rimke at third, Lewis, Cervenka, Palange left to right, and the outfield sets the defense. The payoff again. Misses upstairs for ball 4. Millard will reach via the free pass. Good fright from the number 2 hitter. Had to hang in for a couple of pitches, foul a couple away. But either way, that is the first base runner of the game for both teams. And that'll bring in Joey Delvecchio, the right fielder. Delvecchio, wearing number 22, just finished up his freshman season at Mayfield. First pitch, down low for ball 1. Looking at this OSF roster, you have a lot of East Side and Benedictine, Mayfield, Ignatius, but also some even further west side. You have West G, Chardon, then some more Northeast Ohio and Rocky River. 1-0 inside for ball 2. As for IVL, it is more Cuyahoga County based. You have a lot of Padua. You have some Medina, which goes into Medina County. You have Hoban. You have Wadsworth. You have a lot of different schools represented, just a different area of Northeast Ohio. Before the 2-0, it is thrown back to first, not in time. Interesting to note about Trevor Sikora, he was called up to Avon's football varsity roster at the end of the season, so he is a one-time state champ in football. 2-0 in there for strike 1. That was a really good success story for them as they were able to take down Cincinnati Anderson in a bunch of snow at a really good Tom Benson Hall of Fame stadium back in December. And it also does help that the quarterback in front of him is going to, I believe, Kent State. That is always a good sign of things to come for the predecessor. The 2-1. And they're now 2-2. After a tough start to the at-bats, we're seeing Sikora dial in, attacking the outside edge of the zone, getting 2 takes. Now 2-2 if you're Delvecchio. You're seeing that outside pitch. Down the right field line might be your best bet to get a good hit. Sikora's 2-2. Swing and a miss. There is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Trevor Sikora. Once again, brings it to the outside area of the plate, maybe slightly more in. Delvecchio unable to time it up. And with 2 down, that will bring up Jacob Thompson, the catcher. Thompson just finished up his freshman season at Conneaut High School. In the bottom of the inning for IVL, it's Martin, Cervenka, and Benson. First pitch bounces in for ball 1. Throw back to second. It's going to go wide on the attempted back pick, but he is going to stay put. Good idea behind the dish from Torek, but just a little bit wide of Reynolds. Reynolds this past season for St. Fees earned 9 varsity appearances, 3 at-bats, and also on the mound a 3.92 ERA. 1-0 misses upstairs for ball 2. Back-to-back at-bats for Sikora that he throws in 2 consecutive balls to begin. Runner at first, 2 down, top 1. The 2-0 from Sikora. Fly ball hit into right field, called off by Palange, and he has it to retire the side. Good communication between Allen and Palange over in right field, and that will end the inning. Middle of 1 here at Schweickert Field. No score on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. IVL's offense looking to get a jump start in the bottom of the first inning. The defense holding up in the top of the frame, only allowing a walk. Now it's Martin, Cervenka, and Benson trying to put IVL on the board early on in this game. First pitch to Chase Martin is down low in the dirt for ball one. Chase Martin had a tremendous start to life at Padua Franciscan High School. Game number one as a high school player. Perfect game pitching. Absolutely unheard of. And if you've seen him bat before, pitching might not even be his strong suit in comparison. Both aspects of the game, very dangerous, and there's a reason why he is one of the top players in this class, PBR ranking him at number 15. 2-0, popped up the middle, and it is through for a leadoff single. Excellent cut from Chase Martin, driving that one up towards second base, and the leadoff man is aboard. He did that so well for Padua this past season. So many well-placed line drives, putting it just away from the defense, kind of toying with them at the same time. All it takes is a hit to get a rally going, and that is exactly what Martin and company have in mind. That'll now bring in Reed Cervenka, the center fielder. Hit foul into the catcher's glove, 0-1. Reed Cervenka given a kind of bump from his brother Riley, two-sport athlete at Padua, played football and basketball for the Bruins. Older brother Riley going to Lake Erie next year to play basketball. Now it's Reed's turn to step into the Cervenka shoes at Padua. The 0-1. Fly ball hit into shallow right field, and this one is going to be caught for out number one. Excellent work from Del Vecchio as he is able to track that one in just before it drops. On the mound today for OSF, it is going to be Jonathan Burton wearing number 13. Burton just finished up his freshman year at Chardon High School. And Chardon looking on the up and up, but still a lot of top players to replace after this season, including the dangerous catcher who we've seen a number of times this summer, Stone Fawcett. Now Braylon Benson, one of the additional hitters in this game, steps in, the only one for IVL. Just to note this now, 10 hitters in this game for IVL, 13 for OSF. In principle, they are emptying the bench. So everybody will get at least one at-bat in this game, barring a quick exit. Throw back to one, not in time. Braylon Benson, one of three key figures that were a part of the class of 2028 at Padua this past season on the varsity roster. Benson, the man at first in Martin, and then you have to look at Max Lewis, who now has transferred out to Medina. For a lot of games, those three did start together. 33% of the starting lineup being freshmen. Then on top of that, a couple of sophomores mixed in. Padua having a youth revival after getting rid of a very strong senior class this past season. The 2-0. Good drive down the line, and that one is down in the corner for extra bases. Braylon Benson cruising into second base. Martin, he is coming home from third, and he is in. That makes it 1-0, and going into third now is Benson. How about that for a big crack? IVL on the board first. And the moment that ball touched down, everybody knew it was 1-0. The power on that swing, absolutely tremendous. It'll go down, I believe, as an RBI double as the throw allowed him to advance. Either way, another runner on, 1-0 score, and now that will make it 2-0. It's an RBI single for Ethan Torek, the catcher. And IVL is off to a very good start offensively. You wouldn't expect anything less from this star-studded squad. Now Max Lewis steps in. The left fielder just finished up his freshman season at Padua. Once again, having a homecoming going to Medina, that could be a big addition for them. But depending on where the likes of Joey Johnson play in the outfield, getting some game time in left might be tough. But at the same time, a couple of key figures leaving, he could find a home at first base or even in right field. And Medina looking to retool after a heartbreaking loss to Perrysburg in the regional final last year. They will take all the help that they can get. And in talking to people, that game was really, really tough to decide if they should have ever started it or not. The way they canceled it halfway through the third, Perrysburg getting their runs on the board the way they did, Medina not being allowed to hit in the same conditions. That really did leave a sour taste in many of the Bees' mouths, but as it was said, they had 5 innings to score, and they couldn't do so the next day. Now an 0-2 count here on Lewis. After Max, it goes to Rimke, then Reynolds. Run around first, 1 down, 2-0 IVL. Burton's 0-2, hit foul. Good survival swing from Max Lewis. As mentioned in the intro, this is game 1 of 2 today. At 10:45, we will see the B2 Bulls take on Premier Ohio in a 17U clash. This one, on the other hand, a 15U matchup. Burton tries the 0-2 again. Fly ball hit into right field. Del Vecchio tracks it down in the sun and is able to take it in for out number 2. Both outs in the bottom of the first inning so far coming from the right fielder. That now sets up Jake Rimke, the third baseman. Rimke just finished up his sophomore season at Medina. Split time between JV and varsity. Another bit of enforcement entering the roster next year for the Battling Bees. And assuming, based on the class and his transformation up to the varsity squad, he'll be a day 1 guy, not a mid-season addition. Burton's first pitch in there for strike 1. In the top of the second inning, Williams, Leibel, and Bracco are set to hit. 0-1 skips in, evening up the count. But 2-0 the score. IVL scoring on an RBI double from Benson and an RBI single from Torek. This game has been theirs from the start. Offensively, the bats getting going. Defensively, to begin the game on the mound, Saikora dominating. 1-1 just on the edge of the zone now, 1-2. Getting out of the inning here, keeping it 2-0 is a big priority for OSF. That keeps the door open. The longer IVL has this inning to hit, the more and more dangerous their offense is going to really be by the end of this game. 0-2 hangs upstairs, but he will take it foul. I think he knew based on that smile that one was going to be out of the zone, but you have a split second to decide, okay, is this one going to die or not? That one looked like it was staying upstairs, but still, it's a good drive. He stays alive and has a chance to move the runner along. 1-2 once again. Ground ball, and this one is going to be scooped up at short. Throw to 1, not going to be in time. The stretch leads to the ball getting by, and they will hold up the lead runner at third. That'll put Torek over at second base. 2 more runners in scoring position for IVL's offense. And just like that, the inning will continue. It should go down as an infield single based on the throw. He would have beaten it out. And then on that error, it's a two-base error, one for each runner. Tough to describe in regards to the stat book, but really does not matter right now. IVL in a prime spot to double their lead. First pitch to Aiden Reynolds, the first baseman, is a strike, 0-1 the count. Reynolds did have 3 at-bats for the Fighting Irish this year in year 2 of their revolution/rebuild. That pitch hangs up now 1-1. Just given the way the old regime went out to the way that Coach Schweickert has come into St. V's and really transformed that program into one of the best in Northeast Ohio really is astounding. And Reynolds, along with Roberts, 2 guys from St. V's on this roster, looking to be pillars of that revolution heading into year 3, along with somebody 1 year older than them in the star pitcher, Will Tober. We did see St. V's earlier on this season on the channel take on Alliance in a game that was, in the end, abandoned. The 2-1 skips right, no advancement. And that's the right call. Not enough to the right. No real chance to get home. Even if you have Willie Mays Hayes over at third base, I don't even think he tries that. Let alone a more real-life comparison of a Byron Buxton or Ricky Henderson back in the day. But a 3-1 count here on Reynolds. It is Brad Meister, the DH, awaiting in the on-deck circle. Burton sets and fires. Chopped left side. Foul. We are full. If you're Burton, this is one of the most important pitches of your outing, and this is one that really decides if there is some action in the bullpen or not. Just needs one more strike, one more out, and they will have a chance to regroup, still only down by 2. And they will get that opportunity. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Back against the wall. Burton gets the final out, and the inning is over. First strikeout of the day recorded by Jonathan Burton, and that will silence this powerful offense for now. Still 2 runs do score in the bottom of the first inning for IVL through 1. It is the home team up 2-0 on OSF.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
So far, so good for IVL as we enter the top of the second inning. 2-0 the score. An RBI double from Benson and an RBI single from Torque doing the damage so far. 2 runners stranded in scoring position as Burton was able to get the final out of the inning via the K. OSF's offense now has some work to do with Williams, Leibel, and Sabraco set to hit in the top of the frame. First pitch from Schweickert is driven into center field, still going back, but it will be tracked down for out number 1. Excellent range and precision shown by Reed Cervenka. And that is speed that is a pretty much custom of the Cervenka family. A lot of speed and real dedication between him and O'Reilly. I'm sure that is something that Big Bro taught him despite not being a ball player himself. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring in Brooks Leibel, the third baseman. Schweickert, second pitch of the inning, hangs inside, almost hits him in the head in spite of the duck. 0-1 or 1-0 the count. But Schweickert so far in this game has been pretty much what we expected him to be, more of a contact pitcher, getting the job done with some help from his defense. And there's some help from his defense right there for out number 2. Right on cue is Nathan Allen with the snag. As an announcer, you can only describe the game so much before something you say happens right in front of you, and there it is for the first time today. 2 up, 2 down. Sabracco, the EH, now steps in. Takes that one in for strike 1. Good work from Schweickert, bringing that left to right and still hitting the outer edge of that strike zone. One of the more challenging pitches to throw, especially in a game like this. Heat definitely a factor in this game. I believe we're supposed to get up to around 89 by the end of today. The sun blaring down and on the turf. Not really envying the players right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count as that one is fouled back. Hydration is key, despite, as a former baseball player myself, kind of hating the idea of chugging water during these kind of games, but you get to a point where the heat gets to be too much and you bite the bullet. 1-2. Gonna miss down low, now 2-2. But still a very good competitive pitch from Schweickert. His dugout giving him a vote of confidence, and really deservingly so. Not a pitch to really hit, but still one that could have been chased. Now a full count. He has to bring something a little bit more competitive here. Based on the game script, I think he might attack that outside edge. If I was the catcher, that's where I'm calling it based on where he's had success today. He goes there, and it is taken the other way down the line. It is a 2-out base knock for Sabracco. And that is why paying attention to the game script is so important. Expects this one to go outside. It comes slightly in. And that is enough for Sabracco to be able to take one hefty cut and rope it down the line. Adjustment is everything in this game. And that is one of the best adjustments that you will see at this level, especially in this game. It appears the third baseman, Rimke, a little bit shaken up. He tried climbing the ladder to catch the ball, gave it his all, came down hard, but it does appear that he is okay, which is priority number 1 right now. But excellent hitting there from Sabracco. First hit of the day for OSF, and that'll bring in Jonathan Burton, the pitcher. Got a big out to end the first inning. Can he bring in a big runner here in the top of the second, though? And that'll definitely help out his cause defensively, as 2 runs down. This defense really not much room for error. Back-to-back throwbacks, both not in time. I like the move from Schweickert, but I think now you kind of focus on the battery, and if the runner goes, you trust your catcher to get that out. You've already seen some aggressive back picks today. Wouldn't be surprised to see one more if the runner does stay put on this 1-0. I would assume either this pitch or the next are going to test it, but it really just depends on how strong they feel about this inning and really what their thoughts are. And now a 2-0 count. I feel like this is the spot to go. If you're the catcher, you're preoccupied trying to make sure the ball's in the zone. You have to frame it and really stick it properly here. That gives you less time to get that out over at second base. If they're going to steal, it's probably now. But he'll stay put as that one is fouled off of the press box most likely. Now a 2-1 count. Opposed to the last time that we were at John Carroll. Now we're in the other press box. This one, the smaller 2-window, or really 4-window. 2 front-facing, 1 to each side, right behind home plate. I would say a better vantage point than the one upstairs. The AC is nice, but either way, thank you to John Carroll for allowing us to use this box today, which allowed us in turn to then be able to do these broadcasts, even though it is scorching hot and the equipment does not appreciate that. Fly ball into right field. This one looking to be in foul territory, but tracked down either way, and the side is retired. Excellent work by the right side of the infield and for the outfield as well, as they were able to convene, talk about it, and finally decide on somebody to bring in the ball. Middle of 2 here at Schweickert Field. It's IVL up 2-zip. The offense looking for some more run support when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom two in University Heights, IVL up 2-0 on OSF. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. As well as down below, we have Aaron and Christy taking photos, so make sure to go follow them on social media to get your photos from this game and then the game to follow, which is the B2 Bulls and Premier, Ohio. First pitch on the edge of the strike zone, 0-1 the count. It's Meiser, Allen, and Palange, 8, 9, and 10 this inning for IVL. Now 1-1 as that one sails upstairs. But if the Meiser name sounds familiar, especially for those from the Highland area, it should. His older brother, Casey Meiser, an all-Ohio running back, one of the best runners in Northeast Ohio football, if not the best. 1-1 inside for ball two. He really is the heartbeat of that Medina Highland offense, and if they're going to have success again this year, a lot of that comes from him. And it will have to again this year. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good drive into right center field. This one will be caught on a dive for out number 1. Excellent hustle in center field from Fiorito. We saw him pinch run against Holy Name back in May, and it was because of his speed. There it is on display, not offensively, but defensively. That now sets up Nathan Allen, the second baseman. One good catch in this game and also a good put out on the ground for IVL so far. First pitch hangs upstairs for ball 1. But Allen just finished up his freshman season at Walsh, played on their JV squad. But Walsh overall this year had one of the best campaigns possible, made it all the way to the Final Four, unfortunately losing in heartbreaking fashion 1-0 to the eventual state champs for Division II, Anthony Wayne. Here comes the 2-0. Another good drive into right center field. This one a little bit more clear cut, but it will fall in the sun. More trackable, but the sun playing tricks on the right side of the field, and that will put Allen on. Tough one there. The sun still hanging over the diamond. Is starting to kind of go toward the press box as that would act as a shield, but for the next, I would say, half hour, it's going to be right over the field, and that will make it very difficult to track down some fly balls. Line drives might be the best way to get outs right now if you are OSF. And that is really no fault of their own. Mother Nature kind of dictates a lot of baseball in this area from start to finish of the year. At first it's the cold, and then it's the scorching heat and the sun. Carter Palange, the right fielder, now steps in the 10 slot. That pitch skips behind, 2-0 count, and that'll put Allen in scoring position. Carter Planch's older brother Lucas now heading off to Walsh University in North Canton. I assume he is going to be a pitcher primarily there. From what we were told, he is on a pitch count this summer for OEB Rundgren, but so far he has been good. Carter Planch, not when we saw Padwell, but a little bit after, did get the call up to varsity. Popped left side. This one is down. The play at the plate is going to be cut off, and it is a bloop RBI single for Carter Palange. And that'll make it 3-0 IVL. Kind of out of nowhere, that one fell out of the sky, and once again, it is the sun pretty much setting a pick, to use the basketball analogy. Back to the top we go with Chase Martin, 1 for 1 in this game with a leadoff single. And that single was a nice line drive hit over towards second base. He has to be careful to place it there again, as if it does stay in the infield, you could see a double play. Instead, picks the shortstop route. 6-4, 3 not going to happen. The throw is wide, 2 down. But right on cue, goes up the middle. It's a nicely hit ball, but just right to the shortstop. An easy put out for Williams over at short. And now with 2 down, that will bring in Reed Cervenka. 0 for 1 in this game with a fly out to right field. Either way, IVL able to put another run on the board, now up by 3. Runner goes, first pitch down low for ball 1. And on the transfer, that will give second base to Martin. Chase Martin, one of the fastest guys on this roster. If you blink, you'll miss him. Burton's 1-0. Gonna miss downstairs for ball 2. After Cervenka, it is Braylon Benson. He has an RBI double so far in this game, and then on a wild throw, or kind of a slow throw in, he was able to take third. 2-0. Weak chop left side of the infield. Going to be a tough throw across the diamond, but on the stretch, it is in time, and the side is retired. Excellent throw across from Williams. That took all the power possible, especially with the angle that he had to get to that ball. We will see it back here on the replay. In principle, it looked like it was going to be a nice just infield single for Cervenka, but that hard throw and that excellent stretch over at first base, enough to end the inning. Still, one more run does score for IVL through 2 innings here in University Heights. It is the home team up 3-0 on OSF. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. IVL playing some good baseball to begin day 3, the final day of pool play here at the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series. Tomorrow is Championship Sunday. meaning that we will be back here at Schweickert Field, not for the 15U division, but for the 16U division. They have the final 4 games of the day, but game number 1 tomorrow is going to be a 14U contest once again in the playoff round of this competition. Ground ball hit between third and short, picked up by Martin, but no possible throw. It is an infield single from Coelho to begin the third. Perfectly placed, just nothing Martin could do about it. Really impressive that he was even able to catch up to that one. Leadoff man aboard, that will set up number 72, Eli Kleckner. Kleckner just finished up his sophomore campaign for Rocky River. First pitch inside for ball 1. Rocky River made it to regionals this year with a big victory over Archbishop Hoban at Tri-C. Really an upset win that ended the night's campaign a little bit earlier than they had anticipated. The 1-0 in there now, 1-1. So far, so good on the mound for Trevor Sikora. Only a pair of hits allowed. Sabraco had one, and then Coelho had the other, albeit that other hit was an infield single, but still, a single is a single. 1-1 in there now, 1-2. Back pick to 1, not going to be in time. And as well, he does have 1 strikeout to his name. Both pitchers do have 1 strikeout so far today. More of a contact hitting kind of day. The 1-2. Hit right side of the infield. They will try and get the lead runner at second. They do. The trail at first. Not going to be in time, and there is the official designation. It is going to be a fielder's choice for out number 1. There was a slight reservation in the middle of the infield from the umpire, and there is the reservation brought to life as he will be safe. So that'll put 2 on, nobody out. And based on that decision, he wasn't too confident that the runner was out. In the end, does reverse the decision, and based on that play, I do think they got it right. I think the runner was in there, albeit it was a close call. But if he's safe, and in that case he was. First pitch hangs upstairs to Shively, a 1-0 the count. Shively, the second baseman, is the number 11 hitter today for OSF. Still 2 more behind him before we go back to the top of the order. The 1-0 from Sikora. Upstairs for ball 2. And this is a big chance for OSF to get back into this game. Down by 3 early on, but still plenty of time left to work with. And especially if they can get something across here, that would go a long way. 2-0 misses for ball 3. And I do think we would see a mound visit after the 3-0 if it is a ball, but instead it will be right now. A more proactive decision from this coaching staff. Sikora is going to go and talk to his interim head skipper. Once again, Coach Ventura not here today as he is with his son Mason in Florida. I believe Mason had a 17-point game earlier on yesterday. So hopefully that is a good competition for him, and hopefully he is able to earn some playing time for Norton basketball this upcoming year, as Mason Ventura is going to be a rising freshman. But right now a 3-0 count. Right now all signs are showing bases loaded, but then again we could see an aggressive approach here. We could see the green light, or we could see a take. It is a take upstairs, and that will officially load up the bases. One big call up the middle, and now the bases are juiced. This might be OSF's best opportunity today to do some damage, and especially if they can bring everybody along, including the lead-off hitter, then that will definitely change this game. Swing and a miss, 0-1. But right now, IVL looking for an out, maybe at the plate, but really anywhere. 1-0 inside for ball 2. Right now, a very good spot here for OSF. It is Joe Trentatelli the freshman, now rising sophomore at West G. A chance to bring in the opening run of the game for OSF. That pitch is going to get behind, and on the pass ball, that will bring in the opening run for the visitors. OSF now on the board, and that'll make it a 3-1 ball game. Tying run now at second base. Here comes a 3-0. Swing and a miss. Now 3-1. But a chance here still to tie up the game. But for IVL, they need this out. Chop left side. Foul. In the on-deck circle, it is going to be the number 13 hitter, Teague Deinhardt. And then we go back to the top of the order. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Schweickert payoff pitch. Fly ball hit into left field. This one will be caught for the opening out of the inning. They will throw home. It is an excellent hose home, and that will keep the runner at third. You get the out, and you prevent the runners from moving up. A job well done by the defense. Still the job not completely done, but that is a big step in the right direction. When that ball was hit into the outfield, you saw the runner at third immediately line up, ready to come home, and that is exactly what he should do in that spot. But just not enough time for him to get home. And I feel like right now, 3-1 game, you still have a couple of outs to play with. You don't give one away here for the sake of testing an arm. If you think you got it, you take it, go from there. But you have a chance to realistically tie up this game in this inning. If you can, you have to do it. But by playing safe, not risky. 2 balls, no strikes on Deinhardt. Good crack into right field. This one still going back. Caught for out number 2 by Palange. He will throw it in. It is cut off, but still the runner will score, and that will make it a 1-run ball game. Perfect execution on the sac fly from Deinhardt. Now a 1-run game, and we go back to the top of the order. OSF looking to tie it up here in the top of the 3rd inning. Enzo Fiorito, the center fielder, 0 for 1 in this game with a ground out. But depending on where he can place this one, all it takes is an error and we're tied, or even a single. First pitch sails off the plate for ball 1. In the bottom of the inning for IVL, it is Benson, Torek, and Lewis. IVL felt comfortable entering this inning. The comfort going away quickly. The 1-0 is going to miss for ball 2. I don't think we do have official action in the pen quite yet, and it appears we don't, but I believe somebody in the IVL dugout did take some bands, so there's a chance that we do start to see some warm-ups soon. Driven down the line, but foul. Count now 2-1. And there's no harm in getting a guy up to stretch, using the bands to get ready. You're allowed to do it. It's a safe move as you don't send him to the bullpen. He doesn't have to throw. It's just getting his arms loose and ready to go if needed. The 2-1. Hit left side of the infield. Picks up at third. Throw across in time, and the side is retired. It's an excellent throw across the diamond from Rimke, and the top of the 3rd inning will halt there. So close, but yet so far. It's a tremendous throw across the diamond, and that is enough to keep IVL in the lead. Still 2-run score in the top of the frame for OSF. Middle of 3. 3-2 your score. IVL on top of the visitors. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom three here at Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. Great game on hand as expected. 3-2 your score. Benson fouls that one away. 0-1 the count. I said in the intro, this one looks to be the closer of the two games today, and so far that is looking to be the case. An early 3-0 lead for IVL, but OSF's offense, they got hungry in the top of the frame, and they were able to plate two. And right now, if you're IVL, you need to get something back in this inning. Just keep your distance and keep working from there. They do have some action in their bullpen, albeit we can't see the jersey, so it could be the same pitcher, but it does appear that's Ramsey warming up. Sometimes they will throw a pitcher out there if he's struggling with mechanics to kind of stretch out and figure it out, but it does appear that it is Ramsey throwing, and it is Carter Palange along with them. Palange, I would say, doing more of the heavy lifting, so I would say he is the one warming up in the pen. Line drive into right center field. It is a leadoff single for Braylon Benson. Now 2 for 2 on the day. And once again, this squad is built by the class of 2028 at Padua. And you could tell the talents on this roster, tremendous. And you can tell as well they benefit from having one of the best coaches in Northeast Ohio. Not only at the travel ball level, but also in Ryan McSweeney at Padua. One of our favorite coaches to deal with here at SmeeSports. Now that brings in Turek. First pitch well off the plate for ball one. But you can feel this is a scrappier game. A lot of top players on both teams. IVL, 3 players within the top 50 of PBR's rankings. You have Schweickert, the starting pitcher, at 39. Number 44, Ramsey, who is in the bullpen that could come in. And number 15, and Chase Martin. They get the out at 2. And at 1, they get it as well. It is a double play for outs 1 and 2. And that is a big, momentous swing in favor of OSF. After the leadoff single, they needed something to slow down this offense, and they got it. Traditional 6-4-3 double play. 2 down now for Max Lewis. And Lewis, he will uncork on that one. Oh my, it is down in the gap for extra bases. He is cruising into second base. He is going to test it and go to 3, and he will be in standing. Now it's a loose ball, but he is going to stay put at third. Wow, what power from Max Lewis. That ball was absolutely destroyed. Kind of caught me by surprise. A lot of diamonds. That one would have potentially one-hopped the wall, but he put it in one of the deeper parts of the park, and from there it was a foot race, and he wasn't going to lose that one going to third. With a difficult job done, Rimke kind of has the lighter lifting here, even though he still has to get a hit here to bring in the run. Maybe not. The ball goes wide left. No action on the bases. Once again, I would say that is the right call. Both teams being very reserved over at third base on pass balls. They want to make sure they have a clear-cut chance to take home, and I really do respect that. Making outs at the plate really does nothing. You got to be patient. You got to wait for your chance, and both teams, they have taken their chances nicely so far. The 1-0 driven into center field. Too much power right underneath it is Fiorito, and the side is retired. Big triple from Lewis, not enough to bring in run number 4. Through 3, it is IVL hanging on up 3-2 on OSF Baseball. This is the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before we get back into the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you once again to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring today's broadcast. As well, make sure to stay tuned at the end of this broadcast as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. A lot of good contenders early on in this game, but given how close this one is, definitely nobody truly sticking out quite yet. But that can change if either IVL or OSF takes control of this game soon. Count on Millard as we have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters set to swing for OSF in the 4th. Schweickert remaining on the mound, and really no surprise there. Going back to his rankings, he is number 39 in Ohio for the class of 2028 according to PBR. But at the shortstop position, number 7. Swing and a miss, now 1-2. We've already talked about a guy like Chase Martin, who is the number 5 right-hander in the class, number 15 overall. Then also you have Matthew Ramsey, number 44 overall, and the number 11 right-hander. To have 3 top 50 guys on one roster is really tremendous. IVL has done a great job recruiting, as this is still kind of a relatively new program. I believe from the start to now, 10 years, but they have really become a more well-known name in the past couple. The 2-2 hit foul. And John Ventura, the founder of IVL, is the head coach of this team. Once again, not here today as he is with his son Mason in Florida. If they are watching on from there, best of luck to both of you. Hopefully Mason will have a good finish to the competition. 2-2. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful for out number 1. Schweickert hangs it in there, no contest. Second strikeout of the day for Trevor Schweickert. 1 down now brings in Joey Delvecchio, the right fielder, 0 for 1 in this game with the other strikeout. Delvecchio has also had a putout or 2 in right field so far in this contest. Chopped foul, 0-1 the count. Once again, stick with us when this one goes final, as we will have game number 2 of our doubleheader. Should be an exciting one as the B2 Bulls take on Premier Ohio. That game is a part of the 17U division. The 0-1 in there now, 0-2. The action in the bullpen has subsided, so that could mean that Palange is ready to go if needed. Which, given that he is in the field, I believe still, not a bad thing. 0-2, swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts. But it's Trevor Schweickert telling his team, I got this one. 1 strikeout before this inning, but back-to-back here. He is really coming up big at a big time. IVL's defense, they needed to make a statement in this inning. They kind of took their foot off of the gas in the 3rd, but now their foot firmly back on it. Thompson steps in, taking strike one. If Schweickert can strike out the side here, that is big for the offense. They fell just short in the bottom of the third as they could have gotten an insurance run back. Pass ball now 1-1. I think Schweickert will finish this inning and then the fifth. From there, I think we would see Palange come in if needed. Schweickert can't pitch again in this competition. They also might say, if he's good, we're going to ride him out all seven, and we're going to see what happens. The 1-1 upstairs for ball two. But I still think he does have a shorter leash than he did back in the third. Not a bad thing, though, as a lot of pitchers do pitch better under pressure. And we are seeing that here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the counts. If Thompson gets on, we would see Carson Williams, the shortstop. Schweickert is 2-2, runs inside. Not going to get it, and we are full. From almost hitting him to almost getting the strikeout on the inside edge. That is just how dangerous that pitch is. Schweickert's payoff, chopped over towards second base, picked up by Allen. His throw to one on the money, and the side is retired in order. 2 strikeouts and a defensive putout at second base takes care of OSF in the fourth. Middle of 4 here in University Heights. It is IVL up 3-2 on OSF.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Just over an hour into game one of our doubleheader today here at Schweickert Field. 3-2 the score, IVL hanging on up against OSF. A good game so far, a lot of back and forth. IVL dominated the first 2 innings. The third inning belonged to OSF, but the home team has a chance to really put their foot down in the bottom of the 4th inning and take control of this game once again. First pitch in there for strike one. It's Aiden Reynolds, Brad Meister, and Nathan Allen in the 7, 8, and 9 slots set to swing for IVL. And as well, this means we are officially over the halfway mark of this game. 1-1 now the count. Both starting pitchers still in the game. Burton, this could be his final frame. I would assume that they're going to ride him out as well, as he has really settled things down unless this offense does find their stride again. If they do, then I think the call would be made. But both sides, I think, going to pitch their starters as long as they can. And I really cannot fault them for that, as they have both given some solid innings so far. Driven into right field, foul, now 2-2. This IVL squad, one of the better teams in this competition, and they are showing that today as expected. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch almost hits some runs in, and it is going to miss the inside edge, and we are full. Heading on over to our standings, IVL Ventura enters play today as the number 3 seed. Swing and a miss. Chases on the outside pitch. 1 up, 1 down. Strikeout number 2 today for Jonathan Burton. And as for this OSF squad, they are in the bottom 0-2, but 2 wins today, and their hopes of making it to the championship round remains alive. Top 4 make it, so they need to have, I think, 2-2. Right now, not that close. Driven into center field. That one is down, and that will be a 1-out single for Brad Meiser. But IVL with a win here, they pretty much confirm a spot in the Final Four, and I would say almost confirm a home game. Albeit there really is no home field for these squads. It's more in principle. It gives you the security of having the last ups of the game. And we've seen a lot of late game rallies this season. Now Nathan Allen steps in. First pitch well off the dish for ball 1. Phil's just tuning in, looking at the time limit, which could be in play down the stretch. 10:38 is the last possible time a new inning can start. This one officially clocked in at a start time of 8:38. Burton's 1-0. Runner goes. It's down low for ball 2. Throw down. Not in time. He is in safe while losing the helmet. Excellent hustle from Meiser. And that puts an insurance run in scoring position for IVL. The pressure definitely on them right now to get the job done, as OSF's offense can really kick it into high gear again. Driven foul by Allen. Count out 2-2. Or 2-1, excuse me. It is Williams, Leibel, and Sabraco set to hit in the next inning. Still a little ways away from the heart of their order, or at least the heart of their order in this game. But they are getting closer and closer. Burton taking his time, had a potential play at second base, doesn't take it. Instead, takes a strike at the plate. Now 2-2. Throwbacks are risky right now, especially if the ball gets away, and that gives the runner third base easily. Now a timing play, I wouldn't say is out of the realm of possibility given that lead. But right now, the focus of the pitcher should be at home. And it will be, as that one is fouled off of Don Shula Stadium. That is the nice setup of this John Carroll facility. Schweickert Field just behind Don Shula Stadium. The main press box does actually swivel over to the baseball diamond. One end you see the football field, the other you see the baseball diamond. And that's where we were last time that we were at John Carroll. The 2-2 hit left side of the infield, and it is just going to sneak through. Almost picked up at third and at short, but Allen able to split them open, and that'll put 2 on with 1 down. And as well, that brings us to Carter Palange in the 10 slot. So far today, Carter 1 for 1 with an RBI single. And he does have a good chance to do it again here. First pitch runs low in the dirt. Assuming we do see a pitching change from IVL, it would most likely be Palange coming on. But right now, I think Schweickert is going to be the pitcher that stays in for the entire game. Lead runner goes, then the trail. It's the delayed double steal, but it won't matter as it goes foul. A creative move by IVL's offense. You said the lead runner most likely going to be safe at third. Then you bait that throw down to second base. If you get it, you tell the runner touch and go, and from there, you might be able to score that run that way. And with only 1 down, that out at second base wouldn't end the inning. I don't think we see it again here, but you never know how aggressive this squad is. They won't do it again. It's a beautiful bunt from Palange, laid down to the left, and there is no play at first. First charge, nobody covered, and that has the bases loaded. Communication is key on bunting plays, and that is why. It's off screen, but first base does charge in, and eventually you'll see them come into the fold right there. Second base trying to play to be ready at second base. They have to move over to first, knowing the scenario to be able to cover, just not executed properly. And now we go back to the top of the order with Chase Martin. I would say the absolute last guy you'd want to see up here. First pitch upstairs, throw back to third, not in time. And I think everybody's heart about dropped here at John Carroll. That was almost one heck of a pickoff from Thompson. If he would have gotten that out at third, momentum completely gone from IVL. Chop left side, foul. Now 1-1. After Martin, it's Reed Cervenka, then Braylon Benson. And Benson already 2 for 2 today with an RBI. One ball, one strike. Martin lets that one hang to him, pops up in foul territory, but caught for out number 2. Steinhardt does a great job coming up to that one over at first. Bases remain loaded, 2 down. Now it's a chance for Reed Cervenka. And for a guy like Reed Cervenka trying to pave his own path at Padua, this could be a big turning point for him, especially if he is a borderline starter on varsity next year, which, with Makai Williams out at Padua, center field is wide open. And I think a lot of these younger Padua players know just how important their roles are going to be, replacing the legs of Palange, Makai Williams, Spencer Sidlecki, you name it. First pitch down low for ball 1. And then not to mention replacing Riley Cervenka on the basketball court and the football field. And we will see how that goes week 1 as Padua takes on Alliance, I believe, on August 22nd. Either way, first Friday of football season. 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. We have been saying for a while now that will be our first football broadcast of the season. I'm thinking the answer now is no, as it has just been known now that Holy Name Normandy has flipped with Valley Forge Royalton. They play Thursday at Byers. That's going to be the plan on August 21st. And that is, of course, pending approval. 3-0 the count on Reed Cervenka. Benson awaits in the on-deck circle. But going back to that, we are doing the Tour de Parma, if you will, minus Forge in there. And as well, of course, minus Parma High as well, as they closed down a couple of years ago. 3 balls to no strikes. In there for strike 1. OSF stays alive for now. They cannot walk in that insurance run. Cervenka with a 3-1. I'm thinking he's thinking aggression. And if you're Burton outside of the plate, that leads to a swing and a miss potentially. Instead, it leads to a line out at second base. It does the same job, and the side is retired. Well, that analysis, I would say, was pretty much perfect. He expected outside. He got it. He drove it, but right to second base. Everybody played it perfectly, but OSF just a titch better. And with the bases loaded, backs against the wall, they forced a pop-out from one of the best freshmen, now sophomores in Northeast Ohio, and then they force a line-out to get out of the inning. OSF's resolve is tremendous in this game, and that has led to one heck of a ball game today. Through 4, it is IVL hanging on, up 3-2 on the visitors.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Top of 5 here at Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. A great game on hand as IVL Baseball is hanging on to their 3-2 lead over OSF Baseball. Both sides have been tested heavily in this game. Once again, IVL with a win pretty much clinches a top 4 spot and a playoff berth in the championship round tomorrow. OSF 0-2 so far in the competition. They need a win to keep their championship bracket hopes alive. They would then need to win their other game today to do so, which it's a lot easier said than done. But right now, their sole focus is on this IVL squad. A one-hit foul, now 0-2. Stick with us after this game as we will have Premier Ohio take on the B2 Bulls in the 17U division of the Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series. It's been a fun pool play so far. A lot of interesting games, a lot of stark contrast as well going back to Thursday. 0-2 in there for strike 3, and there is out number 1. Fourth strikeout today from Trevor Schweickert. And 3 of them have come in this go-around. He has really changed up his approach the second time around. Once again, there is some action in the bullpen, and this time it is going to be Matthew Ramsey, who is the lone substitute of IVL. First pitch inside for ball 1. But as I theorized in the last inning, if Schweickert can continue to get the job done and his arm is not in pain, they should keep him in, as that saves an extra arm for tomorrow. Albeit if Ramsey comes in and throws 10 pitches, he can probably throw again tomorrow. But if he goes for the 2-inning save, then no, and there's an extra arm gone. That is the tough chess match that is within the chess match of baseball. Driven into left field. That one drops in left center for a 1-out single. Leibel able to place that one in perfectly. And I feel like right now, if you're IVL, you call time. If another guy gets on, you tell Schweickert, get us out of the inning. If it then kind of goes south from there, then you bring in Ramsey. Once again, number 44 in the class of 2028, the 11th best right-hander in the state of Ohio for the class of 2028 in accordance to PBR's rankings, which, of course, are pretty reliable, but they are not true gospel. Chops right back to Schweickert. He will throw to 1. It's low, but in time for out number 1. It's a slight move over at the bag, but I love what the first baseman Reynolds did there. You kind of see him come off the bag, or excuse me, now it's going to be Benson over there, but he slightly comes off the bag. He knows he's back on and reestablishes, but still, he takes his foot off, does it again in a more firm motion, and makes sure he gets the call. That is a big heads-up play because maybe the umpire thinks he's still off the bag, and then he's called safe. If you have to overstimulate it to make sure your point's across, you do so, and Benson did it in a good and respectful manner, and that's what matters. The 1-0 fouled back, now 1-1. Jonathan Burton, the starting pitcher for OSF, trying to tie up the game. We could see him pitch again in the bottom of the inning, but not a guarantee right now, but I would say most likely we will see him, and I would say we should. The 1-1, Burton chops it foul, now 1-2. But Benson, going back to him, coming in at first base, a guy who looks to take over for Selecki at first base this season at Padua. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schweickert's pitch hangs up and in, and we are even. If Burton gets on, it is Coelho who started that big inning back up again. So even more so, getting this final out here is really important for Schweickert and the IVL defense. And he gets the job done looking. The side is retired. 2 strikeouts looking this inning. 5 so far from Schweickert in the game. And the top of the 5th is done. Tying run stranded at second base. IVL's offense looking to get moving again in the bottom of the 5th inning when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Benson, Turek, and Lewis set to hit in the bottom of the fifth inning for IVL. For those just joining us, IVL 3, OSF 2 your score here on SmeeSports. It's been a fun game so far. IVL had a 3-0 lead entering the third inning. OSF able to plate 2 runs, but unable to tie up the game, and that is where we stand now. Both defenses doing their part in this game. Going back to the bottom of the fourth, IVL left the bases loaded. It was a nice put out over at second base from Shirley that ended the inning. And here we go. Pretty much the home stretch of this game. OSF, they have 6 outs to work with, but it could be less depending on how IVL plays this. And if IVL can get a couple of insurance runs on the board, that might be enough to eke out this victory. Once again, to look at what's at stake, this is IVL Ventura's final pool play game of this campaign. With a win, they would seal a top 4 finish, and they would have a berth in the championship round tomorrow. OSF right now 0-2. They need this win to keep their hopes alive. And to put Ventura at 2-2, then holding the tiebreaker, win one more, and you might be able to sneak in and steal a spot in tomorrow's championship round. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the outside edge, it's in there for strike 3 looking. 1 up, 1 down. Third punch out today from Burton. And after a rocky start, Jonathan Burton has really settled down nicely. Now that sets up Ethan Turek, the catcher, an RBI single and a 6-4-3 double play today. He will have something new added to his box score as both are impossible right now. First pitch down low for ball 1. But this IVL team, they've really struggled offensively since that strong start. They had that triple from Lewis that almost sparked a rally, but they just couldn't bring him around. Fly ball in foul territory off to the right, and it will sneak on out of here over into Don Shula. But for those unfamiliar with the naming of Don Shula Stadium, obviously after the late, great Don Shula, not many know, I believe he played and also coached briefly at John Carroll. But obviously, Don Shula known for his time with the Miami Dolphins, coaching the undefeated Super Bowl champs from the 1972 season. He's a legend around these parts, and he, along with his wife, who I believe are both alumni of John Carroll, donated a lot of money to make this stadium a reality. Driven into right center field, just over the second baseman's head. It is a 1-out single for Turek. He is now 2 for 3 on the day. And that sets up Max Lewis, the left fielder. Max so far 1 for 2 with a flyout and a triple. And we will see a courtesy runner in. It is going to be Ramsey courtesy running. Usually it's the last out, which would mean it's Benson. But it's not going to be him, so this could signal a change that he is entering the ball game. It's weird because he did warm up. I don't know how they're going to break this down and how they're going to make that change. What they're going to do with side court, do they move him in short, move Martin to third, and move somebody else out? We will see what they end up doing, but this IVL team has a lot of flexibility. Pretty much everybody on this roster can play 2 or 3 different positions at least. You look at the roster given, nobody has one position listed. It's a bunch of spots. And half of them, it says infield, outfield. Lewis hits that one foul. Once again into Don Shula Stadium, now 1-1. You have to wonder if somebody's running that track and they're unaware of the baseball game going on, what do they think is going on when the foul balls come on over there? Hear a lot of loud thoughts when going on the track. They have to be kind of scratching their heads. Lewis takes that one inside. Nasty delivery from Burton. Now 1-2. Finally gets that one that looks like it's going to hit the batter, but finally breaks in to finally break at the right time. And at the right time as well in context to this game. The 1-2. Driven left side, picked up at short. They get the out at 2 and at 1. There's the double play for OSF, and the side is retired. Excellent snag at short. Williams takes it himself, and that is a big way to end the inning. OSF's defense has kept them in this game time and time again, and here it is once again on display. Perfect communication calling off his second baseman, and the out at 1 comes naturally. Through 5 runs combined. IVL 3, OSF 2, your score here on SmeeSports. Once again, stick with us after this game goes final, and after our final commercial break, then we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before we get back into the action, if you or someone you know wants to become our latest broadcast or social media sponsor, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring today's broadcast, and thank you once again to the 965 Midwest Challenge for partnering with us to present these broadcasts. Top 6 here in University Heights. Once again, a great game on hand. This one, all it was made up to be. 3-2 the score. IVL on top of OSF. Both teams trying to get a big result here that will put them in the right direction to make it to the championship round tomorrow of this competition. First pitch inside for ball 1. Schweickert does remain on the mound. Once again, we do have action in the bullpen for IVL, or just somebody standing in the bullpen, but that will probably turn to action soon. But as I've said, pretty much since the 2 runs scored, both pitchers are going to stay in until they give their coaching staff a reason not to keep them in, whether it be pitch count, arm soreness, or run start to score. But I think both pitchers have the full trust right now of their coaches and their defense, and that's why they're staying in. And given that we're nearing the end of pool play, you have to be careful with your pitching. 2-1, hit foul, now 2-2. And especially as Schweickert has been able to get a few strikeouts, to be exact 5, that has really allowed him to work out of some innings a little bit quicker. Take the last one, for example, 2 strikeouts. 2-2, there is strike 3 looking for out number 1. Colello not taking his bat off the shoulders. That is number 6 today from Trevor Schweickert. And once again, 5 of them coming this go-around, only 1 through the first time. That is a great switch up from Schweickert, going from contact to strikeouts. That compilation has really helped him out. We talk about pitch calling as one of the most important tools of pitching if you can do it right. But I would say this might be even more important, switching up between contact and strikeout pitching. And right now it is strikeout pitching at its finest. 0-2 the count. Kleckner, the rising junior at Rocky River, trying to give this one a ride. Takes it instead, and that is the right call as it almost comes in and hits him. 1-2 the count. For IVL, getting out of this inning and ensuring the win is their priority. The 1-2, swing and a miss. There is out number 2. Strikeout number 7 today from Trevor Schweickert. Back-to-back innings with at least 2 strikeouts. And actually going back in the script, back-to-back-to-back. 2 strikeouts in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and so far through 2 batters, 2 in the 6th. And once again, first time through the order, had 0 punch-outs. Brad Shively, the second baseman, 0 for 0, steps back in. He walked his first time up. Ground ball hit to short, scooped up by Chase Martin. His throw, 2-1 is in time, and the side is retired in order. Once again, 2 strikeouts from Trevor Schweickert. He has 7 on the day. Middle of 6 on the east side. It is 3-2 IVL on top.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
IVL looking to put some insurance runs on the board as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. They still need 3 more outs defensively to seal the win, but right now the offense has a chance to really put the nail in the coffin if they can play a couple of runs. But this defense has been tremendous as of late as they have allowed pretty much nothing. But it does appear that we do have a pitching change. Vinny Sabraco now on the mound. And his first pitch is a strike, 0-1 the count. That'll mean that Burton's day after 5 innings is done. The 0-1 goes over the back of Rimke, doesn't hit him, now 1-1. But Vinny Sabraco just finished up his sophomore campaign at Rocky River. Once again, the Pirates making it all the way to the regional tournament after beating Hoban in the district finals. 1-1 misses low for ball 2. So Jonathan Burton, given that rocky start, he really did a great job in his final 3 innings. He brought things back to himself. He really set the tempo, and that was enough for him to have a really good outing. But to begin the bottom of the 6th inning, Rimke tells the story. It's a leadoff single. Nice power to the left side of the infield on the ground, and that'll set up Aiden Reynolds, the first baseman, turned AH. For those just joining us, Reynolds played the first 5 innings, I believe, at first, and then Benson came in to play at first. Could have also been 4, I believe. One of the 5th or 6th inning was his first. Bunt shown, pulled back, throw down to 1. Not going to be in time as the throw is a little bit late. But still an excellent idea on that throw. I don't hate it at all. If you think you have a shot down the line and you know your first baseman can catch up to the ball and keep it in the infield, I think you take that shot, and that's exactly what they did. Bunt shown again. It is down the line. This one's going to stay fair. Throw to one is wide, but on the money in time for out number one. But that one almost skipped on into right field, but it's an excellent snag at one nonetheless. Perfectly executed bunt by IVL. Reynolds getting his job done, as we'll see it again here on the replay. Lays it down that right side. Not enough time for the tag, and that throw low, but snagged at first base. That is why you have to have an agile guy over at one, and Deinhardt has been that all day for OSF. One down brings in Brad Meister, the DH. First pitch off the plate for ball one. No more action in the IVL bullpen. I kind of think that means we're going to see Schweickert close this one out, and I really do not hate that decision at all. Now 2-0 the count. And albeit he didn't play in the playoff push for football, he still is a state champion. He knows what it takes to win. And that is that it factor that he has that has really made him a great pitcher. Ground ball hit to second, throw to one, just in time for out number two. Nathan Allen now with one of the most important at-bats of this game. 2 down, bottom of the 6th inning. A chance to add an insurance run on for IVL. If not, we flip to the 7th inning, and IVL cannot allow anything. So far, Allen 2 for 2. He has 2 singles. After Allen, it goes to Palange, then Top, if we get that far. Good drive into center field, but it doesn't look like it's going to beat him, or does it? Yes, it does. It just falls on in, and there is the insurance. Somehow, in some way, that one gets down. It'll go down as an RBI single, and Allen able to give one last piece of insurance to the IVL offense. Unfortunate once again, just kind of dies in there. It looked like it was going to keep carrying, but for once, the ball not carrying helps out the offense. Palange now pops that one left side, foul, 0-1 the count. But Schweickert and company, they have a lot more wiggle room now. Up by 2. It's not the most comfortable lead, but it's more comfortable than 1, as simple math would suggest. The 0-1 driven left side. That one is through for a 2-out single. Carter Palange has done a tremendous job today in the 10 slot. 2 base hits, 1 RBI, and then a bunt that drew everybody out of position that ended up loading up the bases. And now back to the top we go with Chase Martin. Martin looking to put the nail in the coffin here. Bring in 2 more, and this one all but done. For OSF, it is going to be Trentinelli, Deinhardt, and Fiorito in the top of the 7th, trying to keep the game going. First pitch almost hits Martin inside. He's able to get out of the way. 1-0 the count. Good work from Martin to be able to dance out of the way of that one. That would have been a very painful wear. 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. Chase's older brother, Trey, friend of the channel, he is going to Mount Union next year, so looking forward to see Trey in action, this time for my side of a rivalry. The 2-0. Good drive from Martin deep to left field. Underneath it is Millard, and he has it to retire the side. Powerful drive, but not enough to get it over the defense. IVL's offense believes they have done their job through 6 innings. Now it's the defense's turn to seal the win. IVL gets their insurance. They're up by 2. 4-2 your score entering the final inning. This is the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. As expected, Trevor Schweickert trying to go the distance, 3 outs away from getting a big win in game number 1 of our doubleheader. Once again, if IVL does come away with the win, they would end pool play with a 3-1 record and book their place in the Final Four tomorrow. With a win for OSF, they keep their Final Four hopes alive. It's a bunt to the left side to begin the inning. That one will die in fair territory. Throw to 1. Benson can't glove it, and that will keep the runner at first. Excellent hustle down the line, perfectly executed, and that gives OSF some hope. Time now called, and I kind of think this is going to be the call to the bullpen, one of Palange or Ramsey. He's going to take the ball away from Schweickert, and that'll do it. It is going to be Matthew Ramsey, the rising sophomore at Hoban, coming on to throw. I like the decision here. You gave Schweickert the chance, just couldn't get it done in the end. He is still in line for the win. 6 innings of work, 7 strikeouts, 2 runs allowed. And assuming 2 runs don't score, he will be your winning pitcher in this game. But it is going to be Matthew Ramsey trying to get the save. Top 7, Ramsey getting warm. We step aside. Matthew Ramsey about ready to go on the mound for IVL as we rejoin the action at the top of the 7th inning. Schweickert going 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, and he is in line for the win. Ramsey now in line for the save if he can get the final 3 outs. The rising sophomore at Archbishop Hoban High School, the number 44 player in the class of 2028 in Ohio, and he is ranked number 11 in regard to strictly right-handed pitchers. So one of the top guys to bring on for IVL, and if he can keep his pitch tally low, we should see him again tomorrow. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. That target 15 to 20 pitches, then from there it's going to be a risk if you bring him in, but based on the way they're using him here, he might be that guy who can come in and really confirm a win if needed. Go to the count on Deinhardt. It's 13 then top for OSF here in the top of the 7th. Ramsey's 0-2, fouled away. So far, Teague Deinhardt is 0 for 1, but did hit a sac fly, so it was a very productive out, which means he did bring in one of the 2 runs today for OSF. 0-2 again, swing and a miss. The high heat gets him for out number 1. First strikeout today for Matthew Ramsey, and we go back to the top of the order for the 3rd time. Enzo Fiorito, the center fielder, steps in. 2 groundouts so far today, and he could be another bunting candidate given his speed. He will hold back, and he will take strike 1 on the outside edge. Matt Ramsey really bringing the heat in this outing, and you really cannot blame him. He knows they need this win, and he knows that he can solidify it here. 0-1 misses off the dish, evening up the count. Fiorito does represent the tying run for OSF. And as this is not a championship round, we would end after this inning most likely, even if we are tied. time limit does see this one end at 10:38, so 15 minutes left to go at most. The 1-2 upstairs for ball 2. Once again, stick with us not only for our player of the game announcement after our final commercial break, but also for game number 2 of the day as Premier Ohio takes on the B2 Bulls. Fouled left side. Count remains 2-2. But a good finish to this game. IVL able to get that last bit of insurance on the board in the bottom of the 6th at the last second. That right now might be the difference maker. 2-2 well off the dish for ball 3, and we are full. And if that run does end up becoming the winning run, Nathan Allen would be the one to bring him in. The payoff pitch, up and out for ball 4. Tying run now stands at first for OSF. But still, a double play does end the inning, and the game for that matter. Seamus Millard, the left fielder, now steps in. So far today, a walk and a strikeout along with a couple of putouts defensively. First pitch up and out for ball 1. IVL starting to feel the nerves a little bit more here as this one is not as certain as it once was. Confidence still there as it should be, but still a little bit of shakiness. And especially as ball after ball is coming in, they got to find something. You really can't give them a bone here as you still have to hold on to your lead, but at the same time, a walk won't do you much good. Did he go? The answer, I believe, is going to be no. After Millard, it is Joey Delvecchio. The pitch. In there. Good response from Matt Ramsey. Still one down here in the top of the 7th inning. Tying run standing at first. The pitch. In there for strike 3 looking. And there is out number 2. Strikeout number 2 today from Ramsey. And that'll sound the final countdown. IVL 1 out away from getting their 3rd win of pool play. Now it is Delvecchio trying to keep the game going. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Matt Ramsey trying to seal this one here. He has the power and precision. Does he have just enough left in the tank? The 0-1, swing and a miss, now 0-2. OSF down to their final strike today. Once again, they need this win to keep their hopes alive of making it to the championship bracket. The 0-2, up and out for ball 1. Good take from Delvecchio. Good pitch as well from Ramsey. Not surprised to see kind of a throwaway offering. Didn't need to be competitive there and didn't try to be. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 down. That one is behind him, and that'll put the tying run in scoring position. Count now 2-2. A lot of pressure on Matt Ramsey right now. Base hit to the right side most likely does tie up the game at 4. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch from Ramsey. In there for strike 3 looking, and that will seal the win. Matthew Ramsey comes on, gets the 3-out save, and IVL Baseball survives. They will close out pool play with a 4-2 victory over OSF, and they will book their ticket to the Final Four tomorrow afternoon. Perfect pitch to end it from Ramsey. Goes to the top of the zone, gets the take, and that seals a sweet, sweet victory for IVL Ventura. 4-2 the final. One final commercial break, then we will be back on to announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238
3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 4-2 your final score here in game one of our doubleheader at Schweickert Field. IVL Baseball getting the job done at the end against OSF Baseball. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. It could go to a number of guys, but you look at this game, you see the insurance run, you see the good defense. Nathan Allen, 3 for 3, 1 RBI. He is your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Trevor Schweickert does get an honorable mention. A great performance out there. 7 strikeouts, 6 innings of work. You could give him co-player of the game honors, but given how important that insurance run was, it not only gave Schweickert, but also gave his replacement Ramsey a little extra confidence, and that was enough to see out this victory. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel, and make sure to turn on push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. As well, make sure to leave a like rating on this live stream so it gets pushed out to more people so we can continue to feature the best of our athletes in the area. As well, if you're a fan at home or a player watching this back looking to get photos from this game, reach out to Aaron and Christy on social media. You can find their pages. I believe I have something in my story right now that has their ats right there, so make sure to reach out to both of them to get your flicks from this game and from the game that is to follow, which is the B2 Bulls taking on Premier Ohio. With that said, it is time to flick on over to game link number 2 as the Bulls take on Premier. To wrap this one up, once again, IVL, a great victory. Want to shout them out for giving us some sweet IVL merchandise. We got 3 hats, 2 for our interns, Christy and Aaron, and I'll take home 1 myself. Very nice hats with the nice powder blue and dark blue combination with the white V. Beautiful design. Thank you to IVL Ventura, and thank you to OSF Baseball for giving us their lineup cards before this game and for giving us a great one to begin today. But that'll do it for game number 1. IVL 4, OSF 2, your final. I am Nathan Smee saying so long for now from University Heights, and we will see you again in a few moments. This has been the 2025 Jakob Gehring Wood Bat Memorial World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time.